Welcome to the morning of February 2026. This is News Morning. I am Cookie T. Coming up in the headlines. Government releases 855 million cedis to pay cocoa farmers as majority backs new cocoa reforms to revive cocoa board. Military High Command visits injured victims of Burkina Faso attack as it urges traders and residents in border communities to remain vigilant. And Honorable Kofi Adams pledges to donate 2 months of his salary to the newly established Sports Fund following the passage of the Sports Fund Bill by the Parliament of Ghana. The majority in Parliament has dismissed calls for bailout for cocoa farmers amidst a reduction of the prices of the commodity on the international market. Chairman of the Finance Committee, Isaac Adongo, says government has released 855 million cedis to settle arrears owed to cocoa farmers following the recent payment crisis that left many producers unpaid for months despite delivering their produce to buying companies.
Chairman of the Finance Committee, Isaac Adongo, defended the measures announced last week by Finance Minister, insisting they are necessary to restore financial stability and place cocoa board back on a sustainable path.
The government has released 855 million for the purposes of paying those outstanding obligations. But permit me to say, ladies and gentlemen, that we have decided to introduce a number of reforms. But those reforms that we are introducing are reforms that are long overdue. The cocoa sector has been under enormous strain over the years, and we have pretended to be servicing cocoa farmers, when in fact what we have done is to destroy the vehicle that we are using to support the cocoa farmers.
He says the previous administration cannot shift blame onto the current government.
Loans alone was about 17.8 billion by the beginning of 2025. And if you add this to other obligations, you will soon come to realize that at this point, cocoa board was bleeding with an exposure of over 60 billion Ghana cedis. And because we have kept quiet, somehow they think that these illogical arguments that they are advancing is what will save the people of Ghana. We are resetting the cocoa sector.
The majority maintains cocoa farmers are ultimately better off under the new measures, yet they are also calling for lashes against officials of the SWL government.
When cocoa board had 286,000 bales of jute sacks sitting at the port, they only went and cleared 91,000 of them and left the rest at the port. Meanwhile, they also had 75,000 bales of jute sacks. So add that to what is in the port. They had enough to last them another 3-4 years. But just a few days before they left office, they went and contracted and paid 48 million to bring in 80,000 bales of jute sacks. These are reckless people. It is the conduct of these people that denied the government of Ghana the resources to properly take care of you at this point in time.
As part of government reforms, a new cocoa board bill will be presented to Parliament to introduce an automatic adjustment of producer prices based on world market trend and exchange rate. The legislation guarantees farmers a minimum of 70% of the gross FOB price, ensuring protection against global price fluctuations. Also, cocoa board's 4.35 billion Ghana cedis in road construction liabilities will be transferred to the Ministry of Road and Highways and the Ministry of Finance, relieving the board of non-core financial burdens.
In a related development, Organized Labour says it will engage government and the management of Cocoa Board over measures aimed at addressing ongoing challenges confronting the sector. Daniel Opoku reports.
Management and senior staff with the Ghana Cocoa Board have taken a 10 and 20% pay cut in a move aimed at raising funds to support the struggling cocoa regulator. The decision, according to Cocoa Board, is intended to mobilize about 40 million cedis over an 8-month period to help defray debts owed to suppliers and other stakeholders. Head of Public Affairs at Cocoa Board, Sam Jerome, says the salary reduction is a necessary step to revive the operations of the board.
We are looking at no less than 5,000 people. And out of these 5,000 people, the simple mathematics would give us no less than 5 million Ghana cedi savings. And we have just about 8 months. So if from now, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, we had about 8 months. So 5 million, 5 times 8, 40. So at the end of the period, tentatively, we should be saving about 40 million Ghana cedis, which is very huge or substantial.
He further disclosed that management is considering a comprehensive audit of staff strength to improve efficiency.
Already, he has called for an HR audit for him to ascertain whether the numbers put out there as being the total staff strength of Cocoa Board, he can determine himself that, okay, yes, you said you have XYZ number. Okay, upon the HR audit, I see that this is the number. Okay, so if this is the number, let us now deal with the efficiency of each staff of Cocoa Board. Because there could be the possibility that people are being paid for no work.
However, Deputy General Secretary of the General Agricultural Workers Union, GAWU, Dr. Pascal Kaba, argues that a pay cut alone may not be enough to resolve Cocoa Board's challenges. He is calling for broader stakeholder engagement to develop sustainable solutions to the board's problems.
There's need for there to be broader stakeholder consultation between the parties that have to do with government, Cocoa Board itself, and the unions in terms of looking at win-win solutions to resolve the issues. There are certain welfare issues, there are certain motivational issues, there are certain things which when the three parties sit, we can see what are the cuts we can put in place, what are the measures we have to put in place to ensure efficiency but still reduce expenditure.
Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Clocks Ghana, Isaac Bampuado, says organized labor will take up the matter with government and Cocoa Board management to ensure lasting solutions are found.
Has come about because we think there was nothing like institutional memory and the attitude that you find now, if one person comes, he will clear everybody. That is what has caused these issues. To us, is that cocoa farmers are workers and they have rights. The CEO could have decided that, okay, I agree, I want my salary to be cut. What about the farmer? As he agreed, it's a matter for negotiation. And I think organized labor, this is an issue that organized labor should wake up.
The Military High Command has assured traders and residents along Ghana's border communities of its readiness to respond to any terrorist threats along the country's frontiers. The assurance comes in the wake of a recent attack near Ghana's northern border with Burkina Faso. Speaking to TV3 during a visit to 37 Military Hospital, where 3 surviving victims are receiving treatment, the High Command called for vigilance across border areas.
The delegation included the Chief of the Defense Staff and the Chief of the Army Staff who interacted with the victims and medical personnel. The military leadership reaffirmed its commitment to safeguarding Ghana's territorial integrity and preventing any spillover of extremist activities from neighboring countries. Later, the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, arrived at the hospital alongside other government officials to express solidarity with the victims and assure them of government support. Speaking to TV3, the Military High Command reiterated its preparedness to combat any terrorist attack along Ghana's borders and urged citizens to promptly report suspicious activities to security agencies.
Since the unfortunate incident, on Tuesday, the Ghana Armed Forces was tasked to evacuate our colleagues, our brothers and sisters. And so Tuesday evening, we brought 3 of them from Burkina Faso. 2 are critically injured, and so they are currently receiving treatment at the 37 Military Hospital. And the Military High Command, led by Lieutenant General William Ejapong, that's the CDS, this morning, and the service chiefs deemed it appropriate to come and see the injured and check how they are doing, and also to give directives to the 37 Command to give their best so that our colleagues can heal and join us. 37 will give its best. Moreover, His Excellency the President has also come to assure them that everything required to give them the best treatment, he is ready to foot the bill. And even aside that, 37 is going to do its utmost best to ensure that our brother and sister recover from this unfortunate incident.
Ghana shares borders with Burkina Faso, Togo, and Cote d'Ivoire. In recent years, extremist violence in parts of the Sahel region, particularly in Burkina Faso, has raised concerns about potential cross-border threats.
Let's head to Parliament now, as members of Parliament on Thursday traded jabs in a passionate debate over the attack on some Ghanaian traders in Burkina Faso that left 8 dead. NDC MP Samuel Atta Mills criticized the New Patriotic Party for sinking huge sums of money into the failed Palugu irrigation dam, which was to cushion farmers for local production and lessen importation. The minority took offense and protested the remarks after an initial statement that called for parliamentary inquiry into the incident.
Demands the following: an immediate parliamentary inquiry into the circumstance surrounding this tragedy, including whether prior intelligence warning existed and what steps, if any, were taken to protect Ghanaian traders operating in high-risk zones. 2, full compensation and state support for the families of the deceased and the injured.
Immediately, the president of Burkina Faso, General Ibrahim Traoré, became a special guest at the inauguration of President Mahama. And I'm not saying it. Security experts indicated, Mr. Speaker, that Ghanaians were going to become targets. And indeed, these traders, Mr. Speaker, let's ask ourselves the fundamental question. These traders are not combatants. These traders do not play any role in the conflict in Burkina Faso.
Your former flag bearer, who is now your new flag bearer, went on TV and said the best thing he has ever done in the north was the Palugu Dam. This Palugu Dam was supposed to help us irrigate some land. We spent $12 million and we don't have anything to show. If this dam has been built, we would have been able to grow our tomatoes up north.
If the Palugu multi-purpose dam had been constructed, yes, the women would not be going to Burkina Faso. When you take $12 million to do irrigation for them, do the irrigation. You don't chop the money. You chop the money and drove the women into Burkina Faso to buy tomatoes. And they went and died there. And you want to come and do politics in this chamber.
The honorable member who is a majority leader is a lawyer. And he knows. I challenge him to come out with any evidence to suggest or point to a person who has abused any so-called man. Mr. Speaker, his party is in government. Where is your 24-hour economy? Where is the one job, 3 shifts? Sing it, Palugu. Palugu, yes. Again, sing, yes. Palugu, yes. Palugu, keep singing. Sing Palugu, because if you create jobs in Palugu, it will help the poor in that part of the region.
Well, in other news, Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams has pledged to donate 2 months of his salary to the newly established Sports Fund following the passage of the Sports Fund Bill by the Parliament of Ghana. Kofi Adams describes the fund as a critical step toward revitalizing sports development in the country and ensuring sustainable financing for athletes and federations.
The first contribution to this fund has already been made. The National Investment Bank has demonstrated leadership with a donation of 100,000 Ghana cedis. That gesture must not stand alone. It must mark the beginning of a national movement. In that spirit, I will donate 2 months of my salary to the Ghana Sports Fund effective February 2026. If we expect the private sector to invest, if we expect federations to reform, if we expect young athletes to commit, then leadership must also commit. I respectfully call on members of this House, ministers of state, and the executive to support this fund in tangible ways. Government has delivered the framework. We must now collectively strengthen it. I am confident that His Excellency the President, who made this reform possible, will continue to champion this fund as its foremost advocate.
And that's our package for this morning. Please stay with us for TV3 Newday after this break. I am Cookie T.
Life can be giving
Oh,
yeah, it was
Harrow
beautiful.
International Preparatory School. They got me very emotional. Shadrach, you need to find that video and play a snippet of it. Look, so it was just regular. I mean, as we announced on TV, I was just going back, you know, not to really even give back, because I don't think I'm ready to give back yet. Because what I really need to give back to Harrow, and yet Kakrane Edekoyeno, is supposed to be like a whole lot. Because Harrow did for me what I think any other school couldn't have done for me at the time that I came to Accra, because I had come from the Volta region.
That you virtually needed help from the start.
Exactly. I literally had to start from class 1. Yeah. And the type of foundation that Harrow gave me, it's nothing. It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Just a question. I mean, I guess it's the same campus, right?
Right. Same place.
Same place.
Same place.
I mean, how was it like? I mean,
so okay, that's it. Oh my goodness.
I mean, how was it like? I mean, going back
this was class 5 when I was back in Harrow, and this is where Mr. Aheto, Mr. Omare, Mr. Du, and all of those teachers would come. Listen, it was a whole. Listen, guard of honor mounted in. Oh, Charlie, these people, they killed me. They just killed me. So this is a very brilliant student. I loved him from the very moment that I started speaking to him. Very brilliant. You should see his results. 1, 1, 1, 1, but he needs help, and I've promised to get him some help as well. But it was such a surreal moment for me. What they did for me at Harrow International was just amazing. A whole guard of honor in honor of me. A whole Adowa Kete dance because of me. No, Charlie, I didn't even deserve that.
I mean, I think it's a reminder that hard work pays, and that from humble beginnings we all can become like Cookie T. And you see, the thing is that you've left a mark in the minds of some of those who saw you last Friday. You don't know now,
I believe
but many years from now, someone will become.
Because when I was like them, I never even thought for a second that I would be sitting here today. I didn't even think it would ever happen. But yeah, grace, hard work, and determination has brought us this far. And Harrow Preparatory International, I am grateful to all of you.
Picture.
I am on picture, Papa. I picture we won't pay. You didn't like this picture?
Yeah, we have a lot of.
Really?
Yeah.
What picture would you have used?
Oh, I can't choose a number of them next time, but I mean, we like it. But I mean, it was very nice. It was very relaxing.
Joseph Akable.
It was very relaxing watching it, and very nice and very inspiring as well. And it was very good of you to go back to your school and give them that joy.
Thank you. I have to go back more times. So their speech and prize giving day is coming up, and the anniversary is also coming up. We'll be doing a lot more with Harrow International, so be on the lookout for that one. But Harrow, one more time, thank you very much. What's the name of the headmaster again? Let me quickly give him a shout, because he was amazing. Mr. Benson. Mr. Benson is the headmaster of Harrow International Preparatory. Thank you very much, Mr. Benson. And listen, there's still a teacher. So before we went there, one of my team members was telling me that, look, don't be surprised if you get there and there's still that one teacher after all these years who's still there. And it's true, Mr. Ta, he's taught 44 years.
Wow.
44 years.
He's still teaching?
44 years. Mr. Ta is still in the school.
Does he remember you as a student?
He doesn't remember me, but I remember him, but he doesn't remember me. But after 44 years, that's him. Mr. Ta is still teaching at Harrow Preparatory, 44 years, and he's still there. I was really happy that he was still alive for me to see him, and I gave him a beautiful package. Yes,
oh, that's nice.
A very nice package. Yes, he deserved it, and God bless us so that we can do a whole lot more. But yeah, what's the highlight of your week? A lot has happened, eh? We've been talking about cocoa farmers for a very, very long time, and then there came the terrorist attack on our tomato.
I think that stood out for me. I mean, it was a very unfortunate incident, but the aspect of it that got me thinking a bit is the fact that Castro explained to us the nature of our trade with Burkina Faso on tomatoes. And there was a point I was saying to some of our colleagues here in the office that when you grind pepper and the seeds are left and you throw it behind the building,
it will grow.
How are we importing tomatoes? How? Like, and it's, I mean, with all due respect, it's Burkina Faso. I mean, I don't think they do any technologically advanced farming in a manner that we
cannot do, right?
We can't do.
Yeah.
And in the Bruno region, you have traders living there, going all the way to Burkina Faso. Ashanti region going all the way to Burkina Faso. And even though the main conversation was about a terror attack, that was the aspect of the conversation that was of worry to me, because these are people who have simply gone to just go and get some products and bring down into the country to ensure that we have tomato C, and they were caught up in this very unfortunate incident.
Very unfortunate, to the point where we've had to lose 8 of them, 8 of our women traders who go to Burkina Faso to bring us tomatoes. Oh my God, their souls rest in peace. This is like really, really bad, and we really have to do something about it. Well, I'm sure that was what necessitated that banter in Parliament yesterday when the MPs were throwing jabs at each other because of this same issue. I'm sure we'll play that tape again. And then just when we thought the week was going to end on that note, there was baby theft also at Mamprobi Polyclinic, and a lot of you have been talking. When you heard it, how did you feel?
I wasn't surprised. Security in hospitals are terrible.
Very loose.
Terrible. I was telling someone yesterday that there's a private facility that I visited. You can enter. I entered and I went all the way into a patient's
Nobody
room.
asked you anything?
I didn't meet anyone. I didn't even meet anyone. I was in the evening. I didn't meet anyone. I just went straight. So
no security?
Yeah, I didn't meet anyone. So I told the patient on admission that she has to always lock the door. I mean, because and maybe, just maybe, some of us are paranoid because of the movies and stuff we watch. But when someone wants to take out someone, how do I enter a hospital from the entrance? And I go all the way into the room.
And nobody says anything?
I didn't even meet anyone.
For them to even say something?
Right from the reception, I entered all the way through. So, I mean, so when I saw it, I wasn't too surprised. They were even fortunate that in this instance, there was the CCTV available.
Right.
And it captured it and it went viral and everything. But
otherwise, that baby would have been gone forever. That baby would have been gone. I'm still waiting for investigations to come out, for the woman to tell us why she did what she did. Because if we are talking about maybe desperation or frustration out of not having a child, she already has 2 children, we are told. The husband also has other children. So, why? Why would a woman want to do what she did? Yesterday, we had callers calling to probably, get into her mind, to tell us what she probably was thinking at the time. But to have faked pregnancy for a number of months, to be telling neighbors in the community.
In fact, when Armstrong went over to the place, some of the women said that the night before, the day the baby got missing, when she came back home, she came with a child, and they were all jubilating that,
you know. And then one person said, hey, Nasisia no wakowabe, and then maybe Sharba 20. And then later she said, okay, the 15, because it felt and sounded too easy how she had just delivered and, just come back home quickly right after that. It just didn't make sense. But we'll get to the phone lines in no time. You will tell us what your highlight of the week has been. If you still want to talk about the baby theft issue, you want to talk about security on our borders and all of that, we can talk about it right here on TV3 Newday. But Akable, are you still dwelling on cocoa for the big issue this morning?
It will be one of the issues, but we'll start off talking about the 24-hour economy bill. Yesterday, we know that the president signed it into law. It was a big campaign promise. We've heard from the opposition MPP over the period, raised questions that, well, where's the 24-hour economy? Where's the 1 job, 3 shifts that you promised? Where are the jobs that you said will arise as a result of implementation of the policy? Well, government said that they want to get a legal framework in place, and now it is in place. So we'll have a conversation about that. On the cocoa board issue, there's some disbursements that has been made to ensure that cocoa farmers get what is due them. We'll try and find out whether beyond that disbursement, how aggressive we should pursue the reforms that the finance minister announced at the height of the challenge when we were all talking about how to ensure that we get the best for our cocoa farmers.
Okay, so Ebo Bachman, who is the Deputy Director of Communications United Party, will be here. Kwame Jantwa is already in studio.
He's always on time.
I wonder, Mr. Jantwa, do you how many hours do you sleep per night? I need to know.
I don't think
he's always on time.
I don't think he gets enough. But it's something that when you do for a long time, it's clear that he's been doing it for so many years.
The only time you don't see him here is when he's outside of the country. But so long as he's here, he's the first to always be here.
Yeah, very punctual, very punctual.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't show you guys. He's just sitting behind the camera
sitting
smiling.
behind it,
You see him very soon when he comes.
One of these mornings when he comes in early, we should just have him here with us to do the intro. How about that? You agree, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Maybe when we go on a break, we'll have Mr. Jantwa sit with us. We'll take phone calls and he says no.
Said he's preparing.
I know, right? And then Abraham Amaliba would also be here. Kofi Tonto, Deputy Spokesperson for the former Vice President, will also be here. So please be on the lookout for that one. And if you've forgotten, do not forget, we are cashing out this morning. It's Friday, nice and easy. *439#, *439#. You betcha 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000. So in that sequence, first person will win 1,000 Ghana cedis, second person 2,000, third person 3,000, and then another will take 4,000, and the last person will take 5,000. Coco, I want us to take a breather, a musical breather, so that friends and family can start playing right now. We didn't announce it on time, so they thought we are not cashing out, but we are cashing out this morning. *439#, *439#. If you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber, maybe we can take that same song by Kojointri that Joseph Akable requested this morning. *439# if you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber. Please play as many times as possible. It's Friday, so you are choosing the option 8 jackpot. Option 8, which is the MG jackpot. MG jackpot, option 8. Play as many times as possible to guarantee, yes, your chance of winning. 6 before 6, but all of you preparing to go to work, we are wishing you a very wonderful day. We are streaming online as well, so if you're leaving the house, you can watch on your smartphone, Facebook at TV3 Ghana.
All day I got Michelle Bagun Vamico, and Yaminko. All day I got Michelle Koto Vamico, and Yaminko. Say, Yamitiabo, Wamecho, Mitipa, the guy say, my a prisoner of time. All the things that went away. Every single job in Hokoi. Every journey slowly. This is such a day and until. Oh, how the things went away. Every single job in Hokoi. Every journey slowly. This is such a day and until. Hey, I'm say you grew dead. Baby, I was type of soup. That's so empty.
All right, make sure you're cashing out with us. 6 are bought, so it means that you need to start playing to cash out big with us. 5 of you winning wholesome, sumptuous amounts this morning. First person taking 1,000, second 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 respectively. Please play as many times as possible. *439# if you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber. And if it's your birthday as well, you are blessed and highly favored. God bless you so much as you celebrate your special day. We're going to get into this morning, but I have this special birthday for one of my friends way back in school, Regina Ayi. You called me yesterday. We had a conversation, and she's impressed on me this morning to do this birthday dedication for her dad, and it's going to you, Mr. Let me get the details properly and read it out so that I don't make a mistake. Pastor Victor Ni Odate Ai of Kaswa Blue Top Estate, house number 13. Pastor Victor Ni Odate Ai of Kaswa Blue Top Estate, house number 13. It's coming from all the congregation, your friends and family and the kids, wishing you a very happy birthday. You're 70 today. You're 70 today, so happy birthday to you. You are a pastor at Victory Bible Church International Prophetic Sanctuary. Happy birthday going out to you. Let's now head to the phone lines as it's been activated. Talk to us about your highlight of the week. Welcome back. It's still TV3 Newday time for this morning. Callers, let's know what your highlight of the week is. What do you want to talk about? Exactly what do you want to talk about? And please, when you do call us, make sure that your submissions are very short so we can have many other people calling in and submitting their opinions as well. First caller is already on the line. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Good morning, my dear.
Your name and where you're calling us from, sir?
My name is Peter T. I'm calling from Sukura.
Peter T. The other day, I met someone and they asked if you and I are related, Cookie T and Peter T. And they asked me to tell you to stop bugging me. You can worry me for Africa, Peter T.
Ah, who was that?
I won't tell you. It's somebody that I don't. It's somebody that I don't even know.
Why should the person want to interfere our matter?
Hey, Peter T, please go on.
Cookie T, anyway, I hope you are doing well.
By the grace of God, I'm fine.
Anyway, let me go straight.
Oh, won't you ask about Akable?
Pardon me?
Won't you ask about Akable? Won't you greet Akable?
Akable?
Yes.
With Akable. No, Akable, no, I have problem with Akable.
Why? What's the problem?
Because of the way he wanted to be dealing with you. The last time, look at the gift he gave you. His explanation of the gift. I didn't understand it. Are you getting me? It was direct to you. I don't know what is the secret behind the gift.
So you're upset?
So let me forgive him anyway. I hope you are doing well.
I'm well. Forgive me, wife. Forgive me. You are in charge. Don't worry. Forgive me. You are in charge.
Anyway, let me seize the platform to say good morning to Alhaji Yaokondo, and then also Emmanuel Ashale Pepe. It's also the Greater Accra Regional National Security personnel. I want to also take the opportunity to say good morning to Alhaji Mahdi. He's the National Democratic Congress Director for Election. Yes, Cookie T, you know what?
Tell us.
In fact, I was so sad when I heard the news of the lady who did the mixing, who went to take this baby. We are the days that evening they had the interview, the house. That is my base. That is one of my regular. Yeah, that's one of my regular bases. All those who granted the interview are my friends.
Oh.
And yesterday I even asked the main person at the center of the interview, and he told me a lot about. I don't know the lady physically. Even the husband is one of the best friends of mine.
Wow.
Are you getting me? I don't know what actually the temptation that arrived, to this lady, and she committed that very criminally offensive. That I didn't know. But I just want some background also to be checked. Maybe the two children that she's having already. The source of those children, whether it was through the same, line that she got those children. So I didn't just understand it. Practice makes man perfect. And that could have been the reason why she had easily entered the hospital and did what she did. Yes, but may Allah also forgive her, because we are in our very important time. Yeah. That is our fasting time. I'm a Muslim, I'm Alaji. So, yeah. And then my second point about this tomatoes incident, the women that were killed. in fact, Kukiti, I just didn't understand it. Why should our Ghanaians move from Ghana into another country for search of tomatoes? I just didn't understand it. You know, but we must also put the blame to the previous government, Nanado Baumia government. You know, they were those that were, you know, transporting and importing tomatoes into this country from Burkina Faso and Co. And they were spending over millions of cedis importing tomatoes. Why we could have used those money to do such business here? We have lands, we have farmers, we have everything. But I know that this government is going to do the necessary correction.
All right, Peter T.
Instead of outside, we can do it internally.
All right, Peter T. Thank you very much. Akabli, there's a message for you here from Godwin Camille Abugbila. He says, good morning to my beautiful sister Kukiti. Please tell Akabli that this is your brother Gode, who will chop that cola if his eyes are on the ball. Seasoned greetings to all my Muslim brothers and sisters from Binduri. May Allah guide us through the fasting season. Charlie, it looks like you've upset a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
So if your eyes are on the ball, please declare it on time. Let us know. We are still in the month of love, you know.
I'm in the ball.
Your eye is on the ball or you are in the ball?
I'm in the ball.
You are in the ball?
Yeah.
Your eyes are not on the ball.
I'm in the ball.
You are in the ball.
There's another color.
Coco? I'm confused. Let me pick this. Why am I confused?
Just
Let me pick this. No, you pick this call for me.
Hello, good morning. Your name and where you are calling from?
No, this is Adam calling from Alan Junction.
Okay, thank you for calling us. Which of the issues would you want to comment on this morning?
I think I want to talk about this low birth syndrome that is happening around.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually a health personnel. Yeah, I had an experience in it. It was so terrible. One time, my senior brother had an accident in the Eastern region, and he lived there with other family members. So what happened was that my senior brother called me that my brother had had an accident and he's been transferred to Kofodia. And Kofodia too said they are transferring him to Kolebu, so I should move to Kolebu and then secure a place for him. So in the middle of the night, I just drove from the house straight to Kolebu. I met just one nurse at the OPD. The moment I got there, I just decided to I approached her to tell her that this is a situation, and she just started screaming. Wherever they've got into, I should call her and tell them that there's no bed. They should find some other place. I was like, why? Just calm down. I'm also a health personnel. I showed her my ID card, and all of a sudden she became so calm. I was like, okay. She said, okay, let them come. I'll see what I can do. So they arrived at Kolebu, and then they got a stretcher for my brother. Can you imagine? My brother was on a stretcher for almost 3 days. With no proper attention. Nobody. So I actually know some people around, and I've actually worked at Kolebu before, but it's been a while, so it seems most of the people I know are no more around. So what happened was that for 3 days, we were going about, and I think he has to be taken to the surgical unit. So I called my director, and he also asked me to go and talk to some director over there. I moved, it was just an up and down, and he was still on a stretcher, no proper attention. I was actually roaming about on the premises of Kolebu, and I saw one administrator, although he was a Kolebu staff, but he used to visit my facility because the wife worked at my place and he's a dependent. So when I saw him, he said, what am I doing here? And I told him this is the situation. And he said, well, where is my brother? He went to the emergency unit. My brother was just lying down the stretcher, and within a minute, they found a place for him. And by 2 days, my brother just died.
Wow.
It's so
wow.
sad.
So sorry. So sorry.
Seriously. So we really have to try and do something about this.
Right.
I agree. I mean, it's
losing a lot of people, which sometimes it's our own fault with the health personnel.
I mean, it's a big problem, and Cookie. I mean, there's this. You know, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, he said that they should administer first aid before they refer patients to other facilities. And that disturbing story about a gentleman who was knocked down by a car and he was denied treatment for at least 3 hours. I mean, it's the disturbing part is to hear the Director General say that administer first aid. The reason why I find it very problematic is that logically, as we are all here now, if someone falls down, our instinct will be to assist the person. So, for the Director General to tell us that when someone has been brought to a facility,
you should give the person
first aid before referring, it's like, that should be the very basic.
You shouldn't, it shouldn't
be a directive, because that is what you ought to do. Because if someone falls right now here, our instinct would be to help the person.
Exactly.
So how
and
is it that
first aid, right?
Someone has been knocked down by a car, the person is roaming facilities and is being told that there's no bed, and so they can't even attend and stabilize the person for 3 hours. And this is not the first time this has happened. I remember when an old man died, there was a whole committee, a report was issued. It's like we are going around in circles. Very, very unfortunate and very, very disturbing. And you heard him there. I mean, within 2 days, the relative died. We don't know for a fact whether that relative would have survived or not. But the point being made is that at least let's give the person a shot at life once again.
Okay, more messages coming in. Lawrence Drugbe says, good morning, Cookie and Joe. Are you saying that the baby thief already had 2 children or has 2 children? What shows that those 2 children are not stolen or swapped with dead babies in the past from hospitals? Please, the DNA of those children should be checked immediately. Sherry Giovanni also says, my highlights for the week was the interview with the General Secretary of the NPP as well as the party's resolution to appear on your channel again, and also the issue of the baby theft. I still insist the suspect needs some psychiatric examination. When are we expecting Johnny's bite? Okay, good morning to Miss Mariam Oga of University of Winneba and Vida Atule. All right, I'll pick the call now and continue with the messages. Hello, good morning. This is TV3 Newday.
Good morning, madam.
Yes, talk to us. Your name and where you're calling us from.
This is Yaya calling you from Summer Central.
I thought as much. I thought as much. The voice sounded very familiar. Yaya, how are you today?
Fine, thank you, madam.
All right, let's go on.
In fact, I want to send my greetings to my member of Summer Central, Professor Ali Mamma, and how my blessing and all listeners. Good morning. In fact, I want to appeal to our president. Actually, the staff that they want to contact us, this are not clear. If they could have finished it, the part of the patient, if they could have finished it, I think it could have been something meaningful. The president should investigate to find out whether they have already allocated to this project. If they would have allocated and then nothing shows there, then the president should do all what he needs to collect this money and put this down for us. Because our farmers, in fact, can also make a living, can also farm a petrol there, do a lot of things there, so that we will not go to Burkina there and a lot of things will happen again.
Okay.
So government should do every what it can to reset the country back. Because what is past is already gone. So we don't want such things to be repeated under this administration. And then we are there to reset the country. Something which is not done at the past, we are going to reset it. So that Ghanaians will realize that, in fact, somebody who is a good leader, who is an exemplary leader, now in power. So that everybody will start appreciating the good way that the government is doing.
Very well said, yeah. Very well said. Thank you very, very much. Another caller is on the line. Alaji, I've seen your message as well. Nanayao, good morning. Where are you calling us from, Nanayao?
Yeah, I'm calling from one.
Okay, let's hear you. What's been your most terrible hospital experience?
So, I think that was a 2022. My daughter was sick, and then we went to Ghana and we referred her to Rich. When we got there around 7 p.m., they told us that they can't admit that because this is sick at the emergency. So I told them, oh, but then the guy, he has a terminal cancer. And if you don't attend to him, you might be impact on any time. So the way they're in charge of the nurse and duty, the way she was good. He said, there's no space. What do you want us to do? Do you want the patient to come and cry and lie on me? I was like, oh, why are you doing this? This is not being just like you. Please, find out the place so that you can attend to me and probably stabilize him and probably will send him to Kolibu or any other place. Because he was actually getting weak and because of crash traffic. So I was there and I went and spoke to one of the doctors and he said, okay, fine. I told him I was also helping. So he said, okay, fine. And they admitted he was actually sitting on a chair while he was on the drip for like 1 hour before the discharge somebody or they moved the person to a main ward. And then my brother was using a bed. And the main one of the doctors, I think you remember the doctor, when they came on rounds and they were examining him, he told the team of workers that was the junior doctor that was working with that this one he will survive. Oh. My brother helped me. Then he called me and said, can I hear what the doctor said? The doctor said he will not survive. So I confronted one of the doctors and they were like, you almost get to my brother and can't even survive. Is that how you could do here? So when I was about to complain, he said, then it's one of these things and actually, probably he didn't mean it. And I said, that is not a doctor, a senior doctor. You know how you treat your people, and when you were transferred to the main ward, that is where the whole mess was. The nurses are so rude. When you have an issue and you want to complain to them, don't even mind. So, look, the health system needs a proper...
but I'm interested. Did your brother make it, by the way? Did he make it?
You were saying what? He passed on.
Oh.
He passed on. So, the Ghana health service, I'm a health worker. I'm challenged sometimes what you see in the world.
Sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss. And I think we would have millions and millions of people calling in this morning with the same kind of story that led to the demise of their loved one. And it's sad that we are in this country. It's happening repetitively almost every day in all our health facilities. We record such cases. So what is it? Is it unprofessionalism or what can we attribute
I think there are
to?
genuine challenges facing the health front, and I've read from some doctors and other health professionals over the period. There are genuine challenges that they face, which makes it very difficult. But I mean, the point that is being made is that, I mean, emergency ought to be treated as an emergency, and at least some form of attention should be provided. I mean, we cannot let this happening. And again, once again, remember Greater Accra Regional Hospital when the Ralph incident happened. There was a whole committee and there was a report on that. We like setting up committees and investigating what we all know what ought to be done. And this is also to the government. I mean, they must particularly address the challenges facing the healthcare. I mean, we need, there are issues of human resource deficits. We do not have enough doctors and nurses in some of these facilities. We also do not have the adequate equipment. When the ridge issue happened, it even turned out that for such a facility that had been renovated not too long ago, they did not have key equipment that they needed available. So all those are things that we ought to address just to ensure that we all give ourselves the chance to live as long as possible. I always tell people that life is already short, and sometimes we make it shorter because of some of these things that are not available. And so it's very unfortunate, but let's see how it all plays out. Hopefully this will be the last time we have this conversation and governments will be able to do something more sustainable about this.
All right. Before we get to the phone lines, let's have a few messages read. Kwame Acidity says, yesterday, I have Regional Minister Honorable Charity Gardner, TOP's first National Forum on Women in Government and Media Encounter, alongside Cookie T. Yes, I was there. Special Friday to Dr. Edem Segbefia, incoming NDC National Vice Chairman, hopeful. Okay. And Sanko Fahine says, I'm concerned about our border security. It's crazy up from the western north to the borders of Bono and Ahafo regions, through Wild borders, straight to Upper East borders, to Oti region and the Aflao borders. People enter the country by joining buses in the name of traders and are left alone to wander about in the country, with the perpetrators of this illegal migration into the country getting traced because our people, not getting traced because our people at the borders are working hand in hand with them. Border security should up their game. And I'm told Alaji is on the telephone lines. Yesterday, we were at a media engagement with women in government and women in media. Somebody just walked up straight to me and said, "How are you?" Alaji.
Yes, cookie.
Alaji, how are you?
I'm fine, Alaji.
How's that then?
Roland is good, Alaji.
And
everyone is good by the grace of God.
Cookie, let me send that with Namusa and last son. And from the Honorable Chief of Staff Honorable and the Minister President, Dr. Wumbi, sent to this. Cookie, when you look at that security, I think sometimes if you have more diversity, it will reduce as much as that conference. We should look and how and this thing can begin. Because that terrorists and they kill us. I hear that what is happening with the people went to the
Alaji, I think we're having a challenge with your line because you just keep going in and out, in and out.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, now I think we can hear you.
Okay. When I hear that Tuareg people went to the bush and killed some of the terrorists, and that is what we want to hear. But why is this thing happening? Because you don't take money for them and you just kill them, useless. What kind of attitude is that? When some people talk in this country, and you know that people talk with the ignorance, because we can't do something to cause trouble into our country again. Even though we are neighborship, so we need to respect each other and see how we can protect each other in our country.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And we'll read a few messages. Joseph, if you have any, you can also read.
I forwarded one to you. You don't want to read that one.
Which one is that?
I forwarded one to you. Check your WhatsApp.
Okay.
You are editing.
Oh, no. So I think the same. No, I think the person has sent it to me too.
So
is this Simon Yang?
I don't know. You read it.
Why?
Just read the message.
But you two, you have it. You two read it. I will not read it. Why are you asking? Why are you forcing me to read the message? What is inside
Hello, would you be kind enough to read the message?
No, you read it. You know, so you know the details already?
No. I just forwarded it, so I didn't read it.
It says, "Good morning, Akable and Cookie. Your pair on Fridays are so cute.
Oh, really?
I pray that it takes a step further." Oh, can't really, like you haven't read it already.
I've seen it too.
But you've seen it already.
No.
Did you connive to send this message?
No,
Akable, what are your true intentions? Like, can you just say it so that we can move on in life? Because you are blocking. Now, Akable, you are blocking a lot of people. No, producers, I think that we must stop this thing because I said, oh dear, bro, you know, he's not being serious. And he's blocking potential suitors from coming. Even Mr. Jantua is in the studio confused right now because we don't know what is going on. Shall I continue to read this message or no? I should continue. Okay. Akable, I'm here to understand why our traders are. So the first part was about your intentions.
I only read the tomato part. That's the only part I read. Yeah.
The tomato part is the third part. So how do you read? How do you read body?
Don't worry.
How do you skip intro?
When you have to read a
who taught you composition in school?
I'm coming.
Who taught you composition in school?
Let me respond.
What is
Let
it?
me respond. when you have 100-page judgments to read, you not read the plaintiff's cases, the respondent's case. You go down straight. It's not just, it's a long message.
Who taught you basic composition?
It's a long message. It's a long message.
Intro, body, and conclusion.
No, I'm saying that if you have 100-page judgment to read, you're not going to start any introduction. The cases, you go down to the analysis.
Judgment.
Look at the message, it's very long. I looked at the person who has sent it, and I forwarded it to you because I thought it was discussing an important issue about tomato trade. But I mean, if you guys want to send a message, you send it to them straight. If you send a message and I forward, then they are attacking me. Oh, that don't be fair to me. The producers too, you know how they are saying it, but you know, sometimes I wish they would just connect the microphone. Yeah.
The question this morning is very simple.
Let me answer you. Ask the question.
Yes. What are your true intentions? What do you want to do with me?
My intentions have been the same.
Which is what?
I seek the goodness of mankind on earth. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed.
Everybody are on the floor.
Oh, they should relax. We have some ads to do. LPM. Yeah, you want to do that?
Do it. Do the first one.
Which one are you doing? Okay, so 2026 is the year to travel, explore, and experience more. Global Wings Travel Tours, in partnership with Media General, invites you to experience the best of Malaysia and Singapore this April. Enjoy 9 unforgettable days with return flights, luxury hotels in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore, daily meals, visa facilitation, city tours, Genting Highlands with cable, as well as inter-country transfers, and so much more. Why wait? Make your April 2026 to Malaysia and Singapore trip a reality. You can call or WhatsApp the number 055-018-6181 and 0553-68398 today. Yeah, so the number is 0550-188-181 or 0553-688-398 today.
Stephen Kweng says, good morning, Cash Money Cookie and Joseph Akable. Anytime I listen to NPP activists and particularly their parliamentarians, I come to the conclusion that they have forgotten the trajectory of development in Ghana. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah laid a solid foundation to industrialize the country. Guess what? The CIA agents of the NPP overthrew the government and truncated the infrastructure. Where is our Pualugu tomato factory after dissipating $12 million? NPP, please stop the hypocrisy. And that came from Stephen Kweng. And now, Ghana Month Expedition is here again. The 4-day Ghana Month Expedition runs from 19th to the 22nd of March 2026, exploring 3 key regions, Eastern, Ashanti, and Central. Now, here is the lineup. Day 1, Eastern region, 19th of March. Cocoa Eco Tour, chocolate demo, fruit tasting, also Safari Valley lunch, exotic animals, bird watching, nature walk, Bonsu Eco Park, canopy walk, zipline, swings, Rock City Hotel dinner, party with DJ faculty, all of that in day 1. Now, after that, day 2, Ashanti region, 20th of March, Kumasi Tour, Menchia Palace, Comfort, Anoche would also be in there somewhere. Lunch at Lake Bosumtwe, Trident Resort, zipline hiking, overnight at Rich Condos, all of that also for day 2. Now, let's talk about day 3. Central region, 21st of March, Asin Manso, Slave River, Cape Coast Castle, lunch on the coast, dinner, and a live band at Ridge Royale for day 3. Now for day 4, which will be for the Central region, which is on the 22nd of March, Crown Forest, Daycation, Safari Water Sports, quad biking, horse riding, archery, pool games, tree planting with Forestry Commission, and then you return to Accra. That would be for day 4. Now, the tickets are already out. If you want to go alone, which I do not advise, it will be 6,500 Ghana cedis. But if you do have someone that you're going with, well, if you're sharing, it will be 5,500. But if you're a couple, you can also pay 10,500 to go on this expedition. You can register now through these numbers, 053-1100-927 or 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-7120. 20. 024-71 0247-120633. We beg your pardon for that little hiccup. Ghana Month Expedition. Don't watch Ghana. You need to experience it. And reminding you one more time that you can cash out with us this morning nicely and wholesomely. One person, first person, 1,000 Ghana cedis, second 2,000, third 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000 respectively. Please start playing now. *439# if you're a Telecel or MTN subscriber. You're choosing option 8, which is the MG jackpot option. You follow the rest of the prompts, play as many times as possible, and you're good to go. We'll take a breather now. When we come back, Akable would be here for the big issue on the quad bike today.
Yes.
How many of you? It's actually 5 of you, so it's not going to be a quad bike, or it can be a quad bike. How many people can you carry? An SUV.
It's an SUV, yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll be right back.